Nathan Bishop is set to join Sunderland on a permanent deal, according to the Northern Echo. The 23-year-old was involved in a collision that left Wrexham striker Paul Mullin hospitalised with a punctured lung in Wednesday's friendly in San Diego. That was his first involvement with the senior side, but Bishop is now expected to join Sunderland. PSG interest hasn't changed. Højlund. Rasmus Højlund wants Man United. It's very clear since day one of negotiations, and these final days of the week could be crucial. #MFC PSG bid hasn't changed. Højlund mind at this stage. Priority Man United, club set for new round of talks with Atalanta. Up to Man United now. Højlund. United are confident of signing Rasmus Højlund in time for their first game of the Premier League season against Wolves. United are prepared to pay £60 million for Atalanta striker Højlund after settling on the Dane as their principal striker target following Tottenham's refusal to sell Harry Kane to them. Although United regard Eintracht Frankfurt figurehead Randal Kolo Muani and Ajax forward Mohamed Kudus as alternative targets, manager Erik ten Hag has spoken to Højlund via video calls and football director John Murtough has held extensive discussions with Atalanta. United. Rasmus Højlund is said to be flattered by interest from Paris Saint-Germain in his services, but the striker has his heart set on heading to Manchester United, according to reports. United are reported to have made a verbal offer to the Serie A side for Højlund worth €50 million upfront, with another €10 million in add-ons. Atalanta are said to want €70 million for the striker. PSG have also entered the race for Højlund's signature. The French side are reported to have offered €50 million for the striker, though this is said to be the only offer the Parc des Princes side are prepared to make for Højlund. United are one step away from signing Sofiane Amrabat after upping their bid to around £30 million, according to Sport Italia. Erik ten Hag is open to adding further midfield reinforcements once he secured his priority position, a world-class number 9. Amrabat looks set to leave Fiorentina this summer and has attracted interest across Europe. Old Trafford has been touted as his most likely destination, with this most recent report suggesting talks are progressing. Manchester United are confident of signing Rasmus Højlund in time for their first game of the Premier League season against Wolves. United are prepared to pay £60 million for Atalanta striker Højlund after settling on the Dane as their principal striker target following Tottenham's refusal to sell Harry Kane to them. Although United regard Eintracht Frankfurt figurehead Randal Kolo Muani and Ajax forward Mohamed Kudus as alternative targets, manager Erik ten Hag has spoken to Højlund via video calls and football director John Murtough has held extensive discussions with Atalanta. Tom Heaton is set to stay at Manchester United, TalkSport understands. The goalkeeper had attracted interest from Luton, but manager Erik ten Hag was keen to keep him at the club. The 37-year-old could start the season as Andre Onana's backup, with David De Gea already gone and Dean Henderson also likely to leave. Johnny Evans will stick around at Manchester United for longer than first expected. The defender signed a short-term contract back at the Red Devils to get back up to fitness. He was involved in friendlies against Lyon and Wrexham, but has stayed while United need numbers. "We need the numbers in the coming days in training," ten Hag said. "As you see, Fred is not here, and also, Anthony Elanga went back to join Nottingham Forest. We need the numbers for proper training to hit our targets, and that's the reason they are here." Bruno Fernandes has talked up 7 teammates who he believes have a point to prove this season. The new Manchester United captain was pressed on Mount's arrival and responded, "Mount has a point to prove, like everyone else. I have a point to prove. So does Licha, Martinez, Casemiro, Rafa, Varane, Andre, Onana, Harry, Maguire, and Victor Lindelof. It's not about him, Mount. He doesn't have to prove anything more than anyone else." Manchester United have stepped up their efforts to sell Fred to help fund a move for Moroccan World Cup star Sofiane Amrabat. United are actively encouraging talks with Turkish side Galatasaray for Fred, 30, who is one of the players manager Erik ten Hag is willing to sacrifice this summer. Fulham also retain an interest in the Brazilian international, whom United value at £20 million, but a move to Turkey is looking more likely. Fiorentina ace Amrabat was one of the stars of Morocco's run to the World Cup semi-finals at the end of last year. TalkSport has been told the 26-year-old is very keen on a move to Old Trafford. Former Manchester United defender Mikael Silvestre believes that Jadon Sancho can still become an asset for the club. He told Weekend, "Jadon came back into the frame after a period out last season and he was performing well, so I don't believe there's any truth to these rumors. He will be an asset for Manchester United this season, he just needs greater consistency. That's all he has to do." Manchester United and West Ham remain far apart on their valuation of Scott McTominay, according to reports. The defensive midfielder is thought to be the Hammers' top target to replace Declan Rice. However, a move remains unlikely as the Red Devils value the Scot much higher than West Ham. Tottenham will look to Frankfurt striker Randal Kolo Muani should Harry Kane leave for Bayern this summer. Kolo Muani is valued at £68.7 million by Frankfurt and had previously been of interest to Manchester United. Although it now appears the club favour a move for Rasmus Højlund over Kolo Muani. The French star scored 15 and assisted 14 in 32 Bundesliga games last season. Juve and Milan giants linked to Harry. 5 Serie A giants reportedly want Harry Maguire. Italian newspaper Corriere dello Sport say the Manchester United centre-back is being tracked by Juventus, Napoli, Roma, Milan and Inter. Maguire, 30, has also been linked with West Ham, including in a possible loan deal, as he faces another bit-part season at United under Erik ten Hag. The England star has also lost the Red Devils' captaincy to Bruno Fernandes. Hugill set to be recalled to United squad. Erik ten Hag will bring strike starlet Joe Hugill back into Manchester United's squad. The former Altrincham loanee, 19, was left out of United's squad for Wednesday's 2-0 defeat against Real Madrid. But although other academy products have now flown back from the USA, Hugill is expected to play some part in the next friendly against Borussia Dortmund on July 31st. Fred. Fulham are still in talks with Fred despite Galatasaray closing on the Manchester United midfielder. That's the claim tonight as the Cottagers also eye a deal to buy Chelsea wideman Callum Hudson-Odoi. Turkish journalist Rudy Galetti says Galatasaray will hold an important meeting with Brazil star Fred in the next 48 hours. But Fulham remain keen as they bid to add experience to their ranks. For more news like this, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.